Well, right on. There it is. It's dry. It's ready. It's ready for this stuff here. This stuff buff, and it's rub and buff. Sounds like a Saturday night. Anyway, I noticed after putting the wood stain on here, since it was so freaking wet, the grain raised up a little bit, and so I was also reading that this stuff may not stick to something really super smooth. So what I'm going to do is go over this with like some 400 grit sandpaper and just kind of rough it up just a little bit and try it out and see how it goes. Maybe I'll try it out here. The pick guard covers this, and I could see how it's going to work out. Maybe I'll do that. We'll test it right here. I'll be back. Alright, well, there's the little test patch. It's supposed to be a silver leaf. It looks kind of white now, but yeah, I gotta let this stuff set or dry for like 15 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna wipe it off with some teak oil and see how it tests out. And if it works out, I'll be doing the whole freaking thing this way. So stay tuned. I'll be back. If I can get this thing to turn off. Well, there it is. It's quite the mess I made. You can kind of see what's going on there. There's a little bit of grain popping out there. I think with another coat it might turn out okay. So I'm going to say what the hell, and I'm going to have to flip it over and just do the whole base. So here goes nothing. Turn off, you son of a bitch. Well, right on. There you go. It's silver now. Well, almost. It's drying. I gotta say, that shit is messier than crap. I had gloves on and took the gloves off, and I still have it all over my phone. That's the way it goes, I guess. So I'm gonna let this stuff dry up a little bit, and yeah, I'm gonna go do something for about 10 minutes and come back and proceed to wash that stuff off with this here teak oil, and it should do something, right? It should do something. I did something a little different this time too, because, well, you know what the hell, right? Instead of just putting that stuff on with like a rag and stuff, I since it wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do in the test area, I ended up using some 400 grit sandpaper and rubbing it in the direction of the grain. So yeah, who knows what it's going to look like. It may look like a sketched up mess, or it may look all cool. You never know. But we'll find out in about 10 minutes or so. I'm out of here for a little bit. Well, as they say in France, fuck. I'm not really sure what's going on here. It almost looks like the teak oil is not only is it pulling up the silver wax and not leaving anything behind, but it's also it's like taking up the stain too. About 2 coats of stain, and the teak oil is like pulling it right out of the freaking wood. So that's mysterious. You know, if it's not one thing, it's freaking 18 others. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. Let me think out my alternatives. I'll be back. If I can get this damn thing to stop again. I wonder roll this thing. There we go. No. Jesus. Right on. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I was looking on the back of the Minwax stuff, and it says it should be sanded a lot coarser than what I did. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to sand this back. Not like grind the shit out of it or anything like that. Just sand it back and increase the coarseness of the surface to like, well, it says 220. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll run some 220 over this and around the corners and sides. And then I guess I'll just maybe re-dye it, I guess. Or stain it. It's not dye. It's wood stain. So I guess that's that. So I'll be back. Let me get the damn thing to turn off. It won't turn on. Alright, well there you go. So I remounted this thing back on because, well, I got to put it back up here on the vise and restain it. I sanded this with 220 all the way around, so it's a little more coarser now. So maybe the stain. My idea is that, seeing that I didn't follow instructions, that maybe the stain didn't go deep enough into the wood. So when I was rubbing it out with the teak oil, it just did that. So I don't know. I'm going to try it again and go from there. So here goes nothing. I'll be back. Well, there we go. I went back and restained it black again. I resanded it. Sanded it to 220 all the way around, sides, edges, front, back, the whole works. And then went after both sides with a healthy amount of the black wood stain. It actually looked like it went in pretty well, considering this is the second or third time. But anyway, I'm going to let this thing dry up all the way for the night, and I don't know. I don't really feel that the rub and buff or buff and shine or whatever the hell they call it, I just don't think it's going to work out. So I'm going to do some looking around at maybe some different finishes that I might be able to use on top of this black stain. So if you have any ideas, throw your comments down there below. That would be freaking awesome. Right on. I'm out of here.